have more to complain about.
Man, what's complain about?
Of course.
Oh shit! Tell the women. Tell me.
He's like, don't tell me.
It's your shit. It's your shit.
How many men's shelters are there?
I've never been to one, so I don't know.
How many women's shelters are there? What's more common?
Yeah, well, I heard women shelter quite a lot.
Yeah. And so it's like women are bailed out of every bad decision that we make. Always. It doesn't matter what bad decision we make, we're bailed out. So like, for example, as a girl, if you want to sleep around, there's birth control. If you get pregnant, there's right? Mm-hmm. But men, they can't opt out of child support.
Do we have to pay child support?
Yes.
Yeah, it's about 30.
Is it?
Yeah. It's not as big in the UK as the US. So in the US, that's like.
So let me just start off the question with you. Do you think that men and women, when it comes to relationships and when it comes to life in general, it's equal when it comes to being bailed out or getting held for your accountability?
No, I mean, I definitely think that women have certain things in life, just like men do, where it is a little bit easier for them to do things. Like example, like if I go out with me and my girlfriends, the likelihood of a guy buying us some drinks so that we basically end up not really paying for much or not paying for anything at all is very high, versus if I go out and it's like me and a guy friend, or if just my guy friends go out together, that's obviously not really going to happen. It's less likely that a girl's going to go up to them and be like, hey, let me buy you. I mean, it does happen for sure. Like I've bought but it's like way less likely.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, I definitely think that there are times where women might do something like get pulled over or something like that, and they're being really nice, and they're like sweet, and so they're like, okay, well, I'm gonna give you a pass. Like in my situation, I'm funny as fuck, so like whenever a cop pulls me over, I'm just like, hey, I'm so sorry, but also let me tell you a joke and see if I can make you laugh, and maybe you'll let me go.
Okay. So you saying but in most instances, do you think that is equal, meaning like there's equal amount of benefits for men and there's equal amount of benefits for women, or you think there's more for women? Because that's what she's getting at. She's saying that women basically are bailed out of their bad choices.
No, I don't. I think it's a little bit more. Well, okay, like maybe like with bad choices, but like I can think of a very specific bad choice that men tend to get away with a lot.
Like,
not to get too serious, but like sexual assault for one.
Oh my God.
I'm just saying.
Let's skip that. But I don't. There's so much to that. I want to actually dive into that, but this might not be the video.
No,
for that.
yeah. Next time.
All right, let's continue on.
It's like a bigger issue, but you guys are still. I've interviewed many men that like basically felt like they were trapped by a girl because she wanted to get. Child support. On top of that, if women are bad with money, there's a lot of government programs we can go on. Like you're paid to be a single mom. Here you get free housing. So you're paid to make a bad decision.
Do you get free housing as a single dad?
No.
And
that's hold on. I have something to say there, because she's like, you're paid to be a single mom, like for a bad decision. First of all, like not all single mothers are single because they made that decision.
No, now we're gonna have to start disagreeing. Majority of the time, yes. What are you talking about?
What? My personal example, my mother is a single mother. I've grown up with a single mother my whole life. She is only a single mother because my dad got her pregnant, they were together, and then he cheated on her. And what? So she's expected to just put up with it and like accept the fact that he's gonna go and fuck around on her because she has a kid, because she had the uterus and she got like.
There's different levels, right?
Of course, there's always different levels.
Let's start at the baseline though. For majority of people, a lot of guys are not leaving women. Now, let's exclude the domestic violence, because I'm not including that, or the crazy stuff, that stuff. Let's exclude that.
Okay.
I'm talking about a little cheating compared to you as a... I already know it's going to be a good episode.
You have a baby.
Hold on. You cheating, right? If you are an adult and you have some type of knowledge, you already understand that a 2-parent household is way better than a 1-parent household, right?
For sure.
Okay, so if you are a mother and you have to literally say, okay, can I put up with this dude cheating? Probably not. I'm going to leave and break up the family. Is that worth your child growing up at a disadvantage?
I don't think that's a disadvantage because that child's going to grow up and have respect for their mother and be like, you didn't let someone fuck around and like bullshit you just doing whatever they wanted, because the same could be said about the guy. The guy has a family. The guy has the knowledge that understands that I made this child. I am also in this relationship that it's a decision that I made. Why would I break up or risk breaking up my family to cheat on said significant other just so that I can go get some tail?
Just so you can get some tail.
Like,
okay. It's
the same thing.
Okay,
like, that's their bad decision. And then
Okay.
the woman's being punished for it. Not mainly because the woman tends to end up with the child because the guy just finds it easy. Like, if they're going to separate, be like, okay, well, like, you got it. Like,
Yeah.
I know
agree with
plenty
that
of
last
friends
part. I agree with that
who,
last
you
part.
know, have babies and
Yeah.
stuff like that. And the amount of work and help that comes from mother versus father is
Yeah.
completely, like, different scale.
Of course, I agree with that part. I'm not even disagree with that part. The beginning part, that's what I disagree with. So when it comes to men and women, cheating is not a big deal, right? So for us, it's something that we almost instinctively are programmed to do. I mean, let's not even bullshit here. We are programmed to do that.
You're
So-
just talking about, like, not being monogamous.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's
I mean,
cheating.
like, it's not cheating if you're, like, open with the person.
Of course.
about
That's
it.
what I mean,
Like-
though. I mean,
But, like,
you are
so that's what I'm
programmed
saying.
to
There
sleep
are
with
ways,
multiple
yes,
people.
there are, it's definitely, like, a known thing that, like, people or mammals in general tend to be more about the open.
Yeah,
You know, like,
yeah.
it's just, it is more, like, human nature in general. But,
I would argue something different. I would argue male nature, not female nature.
I mean,
But I don't want to get away from the topic.
Yeah, okay, all right.
So let's go back. So I don't know your dad. So I don't know his height. I don't know how much money he brought in. I don't know his status level, etc. And if he was able to even command that type of leverage to be honest with women. I think a lot of times guys in general have a problem with being honest, which I would agree you should be honest about it, right? But most guys don't have the leverage to be honest, but they still gonna want to do that. Does that make sense?
why? Like, why?
What do you mean why?
What do you mean why? Like, why would you not, like, what keeps you from being honest? Because you have the money or because you, like...
No. If you have the money, if you have the status, and if you have the leverage, you tend to be more honest. I'm saying for the normal dudes that don't have that leverage.
So, like, broke guys who, like, aren't really doing much for the family anyway are the ones that are just like, I don't really care about
I wouldn't even say broke. I would just say normal.
See, I don't think that's true.
You don't?
No, I don't think that's
let's
true.
talk
I mean,
about
like,
it.
You're
Let's
just
talk
an
about it.
average guy. Like, I feel like it speaks more to your character to just be honest. Like, if anything, I feel like the opposite would be true, where it's like the guy that has all this stuff feels like they're more entitled to things, in which case they're going to be like, I'm going to go out and just do whatever I want, and you're going to be here, and you're going to do whatever because I support you. I have the money.
Yes.
So deal with it.
Yes.
So, like, a better off guy would be the more likely one to, like...
Be honest.
Not be honest, because I think they're still going to lie about it. They're just not going to care. Like, the woman might find out, but they're just going to be like, okay, so you know.
That's debatable. Let's go back on topic. So, back on topic. The normal dude does not have enough leverage to tell a woman, hey, you going to be my girl. I'm going to love for you. I'll be willing to die for you. I'm going to protect this family. But from time to time, I'm going to get some other pussy from other vagina, right? I don't think the majority of dudes that are normal have enough leverage for a girl to say, okay, that's fine.
I just think they're scared to do it because, like, they don't know how to just say, like, what they want. Like...
Okay. No. Let's stop the cap. Hold on. Where am I button at?
Stop the cap.
Okay. So if one dude is normal, let's say normal is what is normal, right? Normal is $50K a year. Normal is 5'8". Normal is you just a normal person. You're just a normal dude.
Okay.
Who is more likely to have more leverage in telling the girl, hey, I am going to protect you, love you, etc., and still step out? Whoa, real quick. Versus a dude who's 6'2", who got hella money, who got hella status, who's a millionaire, or etc. He got all things at the next level. Which one has more leverage to dictate his relationship?
So you're saying...
No.
Here's like... So you're saying, basically... Which guy would the woman be willing to put up with the cheating more?
More likely, yes.
Yes.
Thank
I
you.
feel like it would definitely be like she'd be more likely to be like, all right, well, I'm at least taken care of or whatever. There are,
Yes.
I feel like that is like a higher probability because at the other level, it's like you know, with the normal guy, like she's with you for the love. She's with you for the whatever that relationship is, because it's not about the other things that he doesn't have or that he isn't. And so if you take that away and you start cheating, it's just like, okay, then why am I, you know, like, what do I have left? Like, you're not bringing me anything else.
Now
so
she's
at the point where like you're not even emotionally or physically like, you know, for me, then I don't want anything from you.
Got you. Yeah. See, now you spin facts. Yeah. For me, it's just about leverage. So it's not necessarily money. It could be status. It's not.
No, for sure. Like I get what you're saying. It's just like high levels of attraction. That like brings
no homo. Pause. No homo. But a dude that's really
First
really
of all,
attractive.
Like anybody can appreciate anybody's type of attractiveness.
No homo. Pause.
Oh, okay.
No homo. So, but even a dude that's extremely attractive, he can demand more leverage because he's extremely attractive.
Yeah, no, I definitely get what you're saying for sure. It's like, it's just like about like what the person's willing to put up with. But like I said, I think it makes it worse on that level, because at least like on the better side, you know, you can see like, all right, well, I don't agree with it, but she's sticking around with him because she likes such and such factor, and she's just willing, you know, I mean, Elvis's wife stayed his wife despite everything that, you know, he did and whatnot, because and even though she knew about it, because, I mean, hello, it's Elvis.
I would say majority of girls are smart for doing that. I'm going to be honest. That's, you know, people personal things. I would say you actually smart getting a dude that is high value and you having kids with him and you being the main girl, and he does his thing on the side, as long as he don't bring that no STDs or no kids or no extra shit.
See, my thing in that situation, though, is like, if that was me and I'm like, all right, cool, like, you're going to go do that. I get it. I'm the you know, we're the family. You're taking care of me. Cool. Yeah. Just know I'm going to do the same thing.
So you know that's how it works.
1,000%. Why? That's so double standard.
Life is a double standard.
Okay, so then why not live it?
Life is a whole double standard. No.
Like, that's bullshit. You're going to go get to do whatever you want with whoever you want, and I just have to sit here and wait for you to come back to me?
Yes.
Also, ew. Like, I don't know that you're, like, being clean and whatever not. So
true. I agree with that part.
Just know, like, it's about the looks at that point. You know, like, I still don't want any, you know, I'm just getting, like, I'm there for the superficial.
It's about the leverage. So if you're a dude that has higher leverage, you can demand more from the female. It's just that simple. I would even say the opposite. This is just human dynamics. It's not even male to female. It's male to male. It's female to female. If I have more leverage, I can demand more from that relationship.
No, for sure. Like, and I get that. But at the same time, like, if that person is so unwilling to let the other one go because, you know, like, because at the end of the day, like, if they don't want to be in the relationship, they can just be like, you know, fuck you. Like, I'll still support you, but, like, I don't really care about it. Like, I just want to go do what I want. They can go do that. But they clearly want to keep this person around on some level. Mm-hmm. So at that point, that person also has the leverage of, you want me here, I'm going to do what I want to do as well.
No, that's not how it works. Okay. That's not how it works.
I think
because I don't want to get too much into. No, fuck that. We're gonna get into it. Fuck it. We're gonna get into it because men and women are not the same. I can wholeheartedly be with a woman and go sleep with another woman and still love my woman the exact same, if not more. I'm gonna be honest, if not more. A woman that's not broken, I should say, can't do that. If you, majority of women, again, that are not broken, that are not hoes, that are etc. If you were a normal woman, it's hard. I say it's impossible for you to sleep with another man and not have feelings for this man and still respect your man that you with. That doesn't. No.
So because you are under the assumption that women catch feelings for every man that they sleep with?
No. Good women or women that are not broken. I want to be very clear about what I'm saying. Broken women can definitely sleep around, but a woman that's...
you can say that about a man hoe too.
Not really. What do you mean? I'm confused.
Like, okay, hold on. You're saying that
Talk to me.
A woman who's not a hoe.
Yes. City boys, me up. Come on.
Is a hoe is basically the only one that can sleep around with multiple people, and like it doesn't phase her, it doesn't matter.
I would still argue that it still matters but it matters at a very, very smaller degree. A normal woman that has less than 10 bodies, that even has less than 5 bodies, she's going to be attached to the dudes that she's sleeping with.
But why? Like, why would a man not be attached to a woman that he's sleeping with?
Because men and women are not made the same.
Well, okay, let me rephrase. Not be attached to a woman that he's sleeping, but like, why would it matter to him if he can be so detached as to sleep with multiple women? Mm-hmm. Why would the one that he's in love with actually matter? Like, what level am I supposed to believe that you really love me if you're just like...
Here's the difference. Is he willing to protect you and provide for you? So men, we get into so many different things,
there's so
and we
much
can't
like
even, there's so
onion,
much stuff we gotta. Men and women show loyalty differently, right? Your level of loyalty as a woman is being with a dude and not fucking other dudes. That's how you show your most valuable sense of loyalty. Being with a dude and not fucking other dudes. My level of loyalty, the way a masculine person shows their level of loyalty, is protecting you and providing for you. So we are not the same. You can't put the same thing on men and women.
But not being loyal to them.
Again, men and women loyalty is different. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. I'm trying to get you to understand that men
just
show
because
loyalty.
you give me stuff does not mean you are loyal to me. That doesn't mean loyalty at all.
No, not give you stuff. I'm talking about protect
but provide,
and be willing to die for you. That's not what.
Be willing to die for you.
Yes.
I have never met a man
That's willing to die for you?
No, and I was previously married, so.
Then I don't know who you're marrying, but the women that. No, that's cap. I'm gonna call cap on that because I guarantee you, if you was in a situation where a dude slapped your ass and the guy had to protect you or something, he most likely would. I guarantee you, if you was at a house and y'all two was sleeping in the bed and y'all heard a noise at nighttime and he didn't be like, "Hey babe, go get your turn, let me go get it." I guarantee you that didn't happen. So majority of men are naturally masculine and they naturally will try to protect the things that they care about.
Yeah, I mean, I get that for sure.
But the way a
woman is also going to protect her family and stuff like that. True. It may be that a man will step in first because of the natural sense that they have, but also like physically, like I mean, a man tends to be bigger, whether it's not by height, it's still and regardless of necessarily their size, they're always no, don't do that.
Take a shot at your boy.
No, but regardless of size, they're still going to be stronger on any level.
Of course.
Like you can be a very thin man that's like equally as thin as a woman. You're still going to be stronger than that.
I got you. I want to go back on topic and then go back on the original topic. So my thing is so many topics. We jumping, but we got to jump. For men and women, we show loyalty differently. The ultimate way that a man shows loyalty is by being willing to die for you, protect you, provisioning, taking care of you. Women show loyalty by not sleeping with other men. Again, what can you what do you disagree with that statement?
Why is that the way that women have to show loyalty to their man?
Because that's your most ultimate value in a relationship.
Their body?
Your body, your nurturing.
Why not like what but nurturing has nothing to do. You can be a very nurturing woman, but like not have sex or like do any of that.
But that's why I said body first. That's why I said body first.
So you're saying that a man's like main view in women is only their body and not like what else that they can bring to the table.
If you didn't have a vagina, most dudes wouldn't fuck with you. I wouldn't say most. I would say none. No dudes would fuck with you. Think about that. But hold on. You laughing? But I want you to really think about what I'm about to say. Really think about what I'm about to say.
All right.
For a woman, do you think a lot of dudes will fuck with women if they didn't have a vagina? Probably not, right? But if a dude didn't have a penis, but he still had money, he still had status, he still could take her to trips, etc., would some would some women still fuck with the dude? I rest my case.
But because of the fact,
okay,
there are so many other ways that if a guy didn't have a penis, get a strap on. Okay, problem solved. Boom, there you go. You can still do it. Get a vibrator. Boom, you can still do it. Like I said, I know tons of couples that use toys already in their play, and they have penises. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, that's not necessarily a deal breaker, and I think that women are just more open-minded to, like, being able to solve problems like that with, like, more options. Like, they're going to be like, let's see everything that's available to us, whereas, like, the guy is just like, no vagina, nope, I'm done.
Well, of course. That's
like, you're not even going to try and
be
be like, okay, like, let's see what else we can do. No. I think some might, but, like, it's just because you guys are lazy.
Oh, shots fired! I'm gonna let that go because we gotta get back on topic.
Back to
All
it.
right.
Back to
That's the thing. Men pay into most of these programs, so you guys are literally paying for women's bad decisions because you guys make more. We spend more even though we make less. So if we're bad with money, we end up homeless. There's women's shelters.
Okay,
But
first of
can
all,
we
Wait, what?
just really quick,
Yeah.
like we spend more and we make less. I agree with to an extent. Women's items, in a general sense, it could be the exact same thing as a man's, are more expensive. So as a whole, unless we are buying men's products, no matter what we do or how thrifty we are or how little we buy of said thing, it's going to be more expensive. Like we're going to just
Give me a couple examples.
like you've never heard of the pink tax?
I don't know what that is. I don't even know.
No,
I'm gonna be
oh,
honest.
dude, it's
I'm busted.
literally like it was a tax that was created for feminine products. So like a woman's razor compared to a men's razor is at least a few dollars more expensive. It's the exact same razor, it does the exact same thing, but because it's a woman's product, because they've made it a color that is appealing to women, it's going to be more expensive.
Okay, so your argument
So,
is
like-
basically your products, as in the female realm, is just more expensive in general.
Yeah, so there's really nothing that we can do about like spending more money. I mean, like that's all that's available to us. Like literally society charges us for being women.
Okay, I have no knowledge on that, so I have to take the rule for it. All right.
complain as men if we are the guys implementing this? Is that women's fault?
Well, I wouldn't say that men are implementing it. Like it's getting close to 50-50 about men and women in government, and it's a very small percentage of men that are implementing this. So it's like the rich guys, you know, they're not. It doesn't matter to them.
But they're just upholding the traditional standards that we have. These have all been put in place by our government has been predominantly male in the past.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's getting more to 50-50, as you said. I don't really know too much about like who's at the top and shit.
I mean,
obviously, we just had Liz.
Us, Liz. Shout out to Liz. 44
that's
days.
common if you look. Women quit. Like that's common more than men.
She quit. Oh, she did quit. Yes, she did
right,
quit.
she quit.
I mean, they've all quit. They've all quit.
Shots fired. Holy shit.
No, look up the shortest terms in the UK history. It's like the only one that it's all women except for one dude, and he died. Like women quit.
That's two women after Margaret Thatcher. That's
Yeah.
I'm not. I mean, it's
When women get in power, we just tend to be quitters. Men will stick it out, but that's like life, society. Like men have to deal with reality a lot quicker than women do.
I think. Oh, but you know what? I wouldn't say
feel
necessarily the.
I'm
What are your thoughts on that? I'm about to say,
I'm like
what's your thoughts on
regretting
that?
picking this video.
I'm about to say you picked the video. Go ahead. What are your thoughts? She's saying that. Go ahead.
I don't know. I'm like, okay, hold on, because I feel like my mind just went blank. First of all, like with women being quitters, or what, like she said, having to deal with more, or face.
No, she
she
said
said
men deal with more.
men have to face reality
Yes.
at more than women.
Yeah.
I think it's a different type of reality. And I think
Break it down real
most often that comes into play with childbearing, because like, you know, guys were, especially for the longest time, and like she said, things are changing now. Like, you know, women are becoming more common in high up positions like CEOs and things like that. But like on average, it used to be men, and it was because they were the ones going out there working while the woman was home dealing with the children. So yes, they're facing that harsh reality of like, oh, you have to work and you have to grind, you're like doing all these things, and like there's all this pressure on you to do that. But I think women face a same type of reality with, okay, now you have this little person who's taking from you and asking from you, and you never get a rest and you never get to sleep, and you know, you're always worried about that. It's just like a different type of reality that you're facing, that your life is still completely changed from what it was.
Okay.
And there's still this pressure from society, like, oh, are you going to be a good mom? How are you going to discipline your kid? What are you going to do when you put them in school? Are they going to be in private? Are they going to be in public?
Do you think it's still the same way today though?
I think it's less, but I definitely think it still swings that way a little bit more. And I think it's only a little bit less because the younger generation is steering away from wanting kids at such a young age, versus like, you know, back in the day where it was just a little bit more common that, you know, that was just kind of
That's
what you
true.
did.
Yes. Yep.
And so I think that is what's kind of steering it away from that. But I definitely still think that it's a very common idea that society holds, that, you know, like that's the, you know, what the woman does, this is what the man does, you know, kind of like what you said about like protecting and providing. It's like that idea. And so it is a harsh reality for both. It's just completely different realities.
Okay, so for the second part of it, which is that men have harsher realities, you don't think of 2022 that's you not having kids, because obviously you just said that girls are pushing off kids. Whose lives you think have to deal with reality more in a base reality, men or women?
Well, I think the fact that like women are steering away from that means that they're joining into the world that men are in. I would still probably say that men have to face it a little bit more, just because of like what we talked about earlier, where it's like certain aspects of life like is going to be easier for a woman, especially if you're an attractive woman or something like that. So there are certain aspects where even though it's a harsh reality, like it's going to be a little bit easier than what, you know, a male's reality, a standard male reality would be. You know?
Okay, all right, let's listen.
Women's fault. I think our realities are just different growing up. Do you know what I'm saying?
But that's what I'm saying. What I'm getting...
Really, I think it's our own fault, but it's okay. Go ahead.
Like, what I'm getting from this is, like, we did it to ourselves. Like, all of these, like, you know, kind of like standards men have to uphold, women have to uphold. All I'm hearing right now is that men chose these things.
But then like, again, you saying
did
that...
men or a small percentage of men? Go ahead, sorry.
No.
Yeah, small percentage of men.
Men,
But yeah, that's,
But then again, we're at fault because I feel like that's true. Like we've created this problem for ourselves, and it's probably why you see sometimes, like, obviously, like some men just, unfortunately, they off themselves in it because of the pressures that we put on ourselves and obviously society, in it. So, you know, I feel like with women, like finding their own or empowering themselves, you know what I mean? Hopefully that can alleviate some of the problems that men face or the pressure that men take on themselves and that. So
yeah, 100. I'm trying to be a stay-at-home dad.
Oh yeah, bro, that'd be too lit.
So lit. Hey, but she don't.
That would be actually too lit, but I don't think that relationship would work. So what are your thoughts on that final thing that he said, being a stay-at-home dad? Would you ever consider that, ever you being the work person and the guy taking care of the kids and being at home type shit?
In another life, yeah, like absolutely,
In
for
another
sure.
life.
But I will say that I have, ever since I was a little girl, like always wanted to have kids. Like that is something that I always felt like was just part, like it was meant to be part of my life.
Yeah.
And so I've always known that I want to be home with my kids. So I would never choose to go to work, only because my very personal feelings with being there, like with my child as they grow up and things like that. But if I were the type of person where, like, you know, I'm like, oh, I found a really good career and I really want to stick with it and I don't want, you know, and my husband felt like that's what he wanted to do, then absolutely I would be like, yeah, you know.
No.
Because
would you be down for it? You.
Yeah, with me working and him being the stay-at-home dad.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Like, if I felt like if I was that dedicated to my work or whatever I was doing, and he was, like, on board with that whole transition, because at the same time, like, I don't think it's fair for a woman to push a man into that position if he doesn't want to be.
Push a man in a position of, like, staying at home?
Yeah, like, so, like, if the guy is also a very, like, no, like, I'm doing something, like, I really love with my work or whatever, like, we both want to work, I think that is still a relationship that can work with, like, both parents that have jobs, as long as both parents still take the time and the dedication to give to the kid, because, like, obviously there is a difference in a child whose parents are both working versus a child who has a stay-at-home parent. But, I mean, I grew up with one parent, and obviously she couldn't just stay at home with me.
Of course,
so, you know, I still think it's something that, like, you can be a functioning human, because, like, at the end of the day, my mom still loved me very much and came home and spent time with me and, like, all the things that a parent needs to do.
Okay.
So.
Fellas that's watching, do not stay at home. Do not be a stay-at-home dad.
What?
Do not fucking... No, she will not respect you. She will not...
Oh, my
over
God.
period of
That
time.
is
No,
insane.
I'm talking.
That is insane.
Do not do that, because over a period of time she will start to disrespect you. Over a period of time she will not respect you, and the relationship will fail. A woman and attraction with you and respect are the same thing. The more she respects you, the more she's attracted to you.
It can be just as attractive for a man to show dedication to his children and his family and to help a woman take care of that in that aspect. Like, basically what you're saying in a reverse role is that men don't respect women who are stay-at-home moms, which is absolutely ridiculous.
This
because
is what, no,
hard work goes into
my
being a stay-at-home parent. Like, you are literally around that little terror all the time.
Let me stretch.
Oh my God. All right,
Men,
going down,
it's
going down.
down.
All right.
Men and women are not the same. So certain things that you do, I can't respect. Certain things that I do, people will respect. For example, if you went around sleeping with every dude that you can sleep with, you will not be respected. Why? Because it's easy. If I know,
society.
No, it's not because of society. It's because it's easy. Anything that's hard is respected. Anything that's easy is not respected. So if I do it, hold on, think about. I want you to really think about what I'm saying before you respond. If I go around sleeping with a lot of women, that in and of itself is something that's extremely hard to do. 1 in every 3 dudes is not even having sex. It's hard for them to get sex. So if I'm doing it, that means it's hard.
Because you're all doing it the wrong way. Like, you're just like,
We'll talk about
first
that
of
in
all,
another
you
video.
either don't
No,
know what
no.
you're doing,
Hold on.
or like you're just not going about it well.
We'll talk about that in another video on how to get women or pick up women. But on this video, I'm saying that it's hard to do, so it's respected. It's not society, it's how the world is set up. If women was like giving it out to everybody equally, then yeah, we can be equal on equal playing fields. But since not, only a select few of dudes is getting it. So since those only select few dudes are getting it, it's hard to get. So it's respected. So you going around sleeping, it's easy. So it's not respected. So I would just give you an example of something.
Such an insane way to think about that. This is ridiculous.
If it's hard to do and you see somebody, okay, hold on. Let me take it away from dynamics of sexual and let me put it to money. No. You asked for it. You about to get it. Let's get it. Okay. So if a dude busted his ass from 0 all the way up to becoming a millionaire, and another dude got inherited $1 million, which one would you respect more?
Yeah, for sure. The hard worker.
Thank you.
Yes.
You are the person that inherited $1 million. You as a woman is the person that inherited $1 million.
Because you guys are judging based on like, okay, just like being a woman doesn't just make everything easy for you.
I didn't say that. Of course, there are certain things that's going to be hard for you, and there are certain things that's going to be easy. I didn't say that. I'm saying that there are different things for different reasons.
Well, yes, for sure.
Okay, all right. Glad we're on the same page.
You
got something to say? Go ahead. No, say it. No, speak your mind. We about to do final thoughts on this video.
I'm just like, okay. Like what? Yeah. So what you're saying? Stop. Okay, I gotta get my thoughts together. You're killing me. You're saying so many things. My brain's trying to remember them all.
Go ahead, talk to me.
Yes. The idea that something that's easy is not, like when you get something that's easy, it's not respected the same way as someone who works hard for something.
Yes.
But I think that just plays so differently with men and women because so many factors go into that. Like when it
Give me 2.
when it comes to sex.
Give me 2. Give me 1.
Attractiveness for one, because a woman who is not that attractive is not gonna get to sleep around that much.
Yes, she is. Fat chicks are still busting down.
I don't believe that.
I'm
not. Hey, first of all, I did not say fat because being fat or being heavy is not something that makes you or makes you unattractive.
I got you. These thoughts and opinions are mine and mine alone. If you fat, you unattractive. All right, to most men, right?
That's. First of all, I think there are plenty of guys who enjoy that kind of thing.
We about to get into so many debates, but let's stay
on
topic.
It's literally like a fetish almost.
But why is it a fetish? What is a fetish? No. You took it there. No.
What's
a
I don't
fetish?
know the literal definition of a fetish, but general is something that somebody likes or enjoys.
Why is certain things called a fetish? I'll answer that question for you. Crickets. Let me get crickets button. Crickets. No. I'll answer that question.
I know what you're gonna say.
What am I gonna say?
No, fucking no.
No, what am I gonna say? Because I think we probably on the same wave. What I'm about to say. What I'm about to say. Go
Well,
ahead.
like because it's like so very specific
Thank
that
you.
like only a certain
Thank you.
people.
Yeah,
like,
you
yeah.
walk- you be
No,
walking
I
into your-
I
you
put
put yourself
myself
there.
yeah. No.
All right. So anyway, like I said, so most guys prefer a fit younger woman. All right, from 18 to 24. That's the statistics of what most guys prefer.
That's why I see a bunch of old creeps
I'm
creeping
gonna let that
around
slide.
young.
Anyway, going back, point is something that's hard to get is respected. Something that's easy to get is not. That's all I'm saying. So when it comes to men and women, if a guy is having sex with multiple women, he's respected. That's why they call him player. That's why they be like, oh, yeah, boy, blah, blah, blah. He's a player. When the girl does it, that's why she's called a hoe or she's called etc. It's not the same. So that's all I'm saying.
I get see, but there's also the societal standards that come with that. Okay, like guys, all the way back when, like there was no respect for women. Like you didn't matter. So it's like
What? There's no respect for women.
Yes, like before in times where like when women couldn't even vote. You know, back in the day.
I think they still respected women. They just didn't respect their thoughts. That's the difference. That might be a big difference.
Wow.
But that's a different argument. Go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead.
You know, like it was like the standard that you had to uphold. Like you could be this macho guy and like getting multiple things meant that you were just like super hot and super attractive. Whereas like women had the idea put on them that like they had to be this like perfect little proper thing to only please their man and do everything for their man. It was like everything was about like how you were raised to be for someone.
As it should be to a certain degree. To a certain degree, it should be.
No.
Yes.
I think that's incorrect.
As a man, you should be raised to actually treat women with respect. You should be raised to actually be a masculine man. You should be raised to protect your woman, etc. And as a woman, you should be I wasn't finished. And as a woman, you should be raised to actually cater to your dude, cook for him, clean for him, nurture, etc. Now, obviously, society, you need to be raised to be successful in society, which means as a woman, you have to be more masculine in the workplace. That I understand that struggle between going in your relationship and being feminine and then going in the workplace and being masculine. I understand that struggle. But I don't see what you're saying when you're saying that a guy shouldn't be raised to be good husbands or good boyfriends and girls shouldn't be raised to be good fucking
No,
wives.
I'm not saying that they shouldn't be, but like, first of all, like you said, like a guy should be raised to have respect for women and treat, like having respect for a woman and treating her well is not going and sleeping around on her and then laughing about it and talking about and like being like, yeah, conquest, woo.
Respect.
Because
Oh my God.
quite frankly, like the best type of relationship that has the most respect equally are a couple that do things for each other the same way. If I'm cooking, you should help me clean. If you're cooking, I'll help you clean, and vice versa. Like it should never fall on one or the other. And if you're working and I'm working, until the point in which we have kids and you might take on more responsibility in the aspect of providing for the family, then obviously I will take on more responsibility of doing the things in the household that need to be done, because at that point there is a difference in the responsibilities that we have and the things that we have to do to take care of our family as a whole. But I think that you should always see that as your number one priority, and by sleeping around and doing all these things, like you're not focusing on that as a priority.
You had me into that last question.
I know I did. I'm
You had
sure
me.
I did. I saw
I
you were
was
like,
agreeing
I'm
with you.
agreeing with it.
Nope. You fucked
I
up.
deserve to cheat.
I'm not saying you deserve to cheat. I want to be very clear. I'm saying if you have the leverage, it's in your prerogative as a man to do what you want to do. That's all I'm saying. Even if it's your leverage as a woman, it's still your prerogative to demand more from a man. That's just human nature. That's all my argument is about that. But what is your final thoughts?
That there.
What's your final thoughts, and where can they find you on Instagram?
My final thoughts is I had a lot more to say about this video than I thought I would.
I tend to do that to people.
I thought this was gonna be like, I didn't expect to. Also, she's like a woman hater.
Oh my
like
God.
my
We
goodness,
about to get into another
girl. No, I'm kidding. I mean, I think she's a little harsh in some aspects, but I think that there are plenty of reasons on both sides that like people might feel that way about their own gender. Like I definitely find myself saying things about girls sometimes where I'm just like, God, like so fucking annoying. Shut up. But I'll say the same thing about a guy. If you're being annoying, you're being annoying.
I got you. And then what's your Instagram?
My Instagram is YouGotMel, 2 underscores under each, in between each word.
All right. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe. If you want to follow her, the link to her Instagram will be in the description below. Join Patreon, get Red Pill and Chill on Amazon, and I'm out. Peace. Oh shit.